Hobbs from the 5. Flag to the 23, and then the ball is loose.
I'll tell you what, Ellis Hobbs, I think, just got knocked out. Took a shot right to the head and just collapsed.
I'm going to bring the card out to take him back to the locker room. He's missed the last 2 games with a hip flexor. And here,
but you see the helmet-to-helmet hit
right,
by Tollefson. Now, I've got to emphasize that's a legal play. It's not a defenseless player, so it is a legal play. But for Ellis Hobbs, he finished last year on injured reserve with a neck injury. So I'm sure this is anxious time for his family. We have seen him moving his hands and his legs.
Precaution being taken here, but they will put him on the board. There he is, sending his response back to the crowd.
Rogers is, it's a screen.
Up the middle screen to Adams. Ooh, he got popped in the face.
Oh my!
Mouth guard comes out, and they're asking for help right away.
Jim, oh no!
And a flag.
That looked bad. Rogers is in the mix. Rogers right there is getting in the mix with these guys.
Well, it's actually been adding up to this. It's been getting
chippy.
It has since the second quarter.
You're exactly right. It's been going all over the John. There's no. I mean, you got 10 blockers. Look, he's already hit down. That's your frustration being taken out right there. That's not okay right there. This guy's already wrapped up. Oh. And you stick your helmet right into his. They got 15 more yards to go before a first down or a touchdown.
Roethlisberger from the pocket, middle of the field, incomplete. Personal foul.
A flag does come in.
Went to the head.
Lewis Harris is going to be flagged for this on the hit on Antonio Brown, and it's going to put the Steelers in field goal range. Burfict was in there too.
Burfict, it's coming across the field. I saw it. I thought it was him.
Yeah, and I know that they both were in on the coverages at 55 or 37.
Personal foul, defense number 55. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Burfict in the end.
Definitely took the shot to the head. You could see it live. Marvin Lewis, before this drive started, was talking on the sideline. The whole time it seemed like to Vontaze Burfict, and yes.
Oh, my goodness. Brown is still down.
That's, of course, flagrant.
Out of control?
Out of control. It's going to be everything. That's going to be suspension, fine.
And now Ben with a deep drop, buying time, extending the play as he has been doing for years, and that pass is incomplete, and Miller really takes a shot.
And that's helmet to helmet. You could hear it up here, I think.
Right.
I mean, everybody knows that sound. Well, even if it's not helmet to helmet, it's a defenseless player. Shoulder pad, forearm, or helmet to the head is an automatic penalty. And to get, I didn't see a flag. If there is one, it's buried down there, is unbelievable to me. That was not called. That is by the very definition of what I've been told, defenseless player, either the helmet, the shoulder pad, or the forearm to the head. That is a foul, and that's the second one tonight that has not been called on the Baltimore Ravens.
But man, does he just need to get the monkey off his back and complete one in this game.
He's on the move. He's going to run it. And belted out of bounds at about the 25-yard line.
Pat White is hurt. He hasn't moved since he took that hit. Oh, he took a huge hit.
Ike Taylor came roaring up from his cornerback position.
Man, we just talked about Pat White being a small guy at 6 feet 190, but not afraid of contact. And he watched this hit. Coming in from the right is going to be Ike Taylor. helmet to helmet. And wow.
And everything has come to a stop on the far sideline.
Keep in mind, Pat White is a running back, and helmet to helmet hits are just part of tackling a ball carrier.
Denver confused. People rolling around. 3rd and 6. The blitz. And the throw incomplete. Oh, what a crushing tackle at the 10. Robert Brooks running into Steve Atwater. And let's hope they all get up.
Atwater just killed Randy Hilliard. I mean, Brooks gets down between them. He gets nailed. But Atwater hits Hilliard. I mean, watch this. Watch 27 is Atwater. Now, Brooks goes down, and he hits his own man. Brooks is down on the bottom of it. Wow. Now, we know Atwater has had bad shoulders all year long.
Oh, what a collision as Hilliard, the defensive back from Northwest Louisiana State. Look at this. He's trying to cover Brooks, and Atwater with a crushing hit. And this is how it feels at full speed.
You hear that? That's heading.
And both Atwater and Hilliard have not gotten up yet. So 2 defensive backs down. It's 4th down and 6.
2 tight ends with Moore in the backfield for Roethlisberger from the 43. Fake again to Mewelde Moore. He got right by the oncoming rush. The blitz was owned by Jonathan Joseph, and Dukwe on the far side makes a grab on the receiver, who is Ward. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and a player is down across the way at about the 43-yard line.
And just keep an eye on Hines Ward. I mean, this is a guy that throws his body around. He is a most complete receiver in the game. He is unselfish, a great competitor, and he's willing to block.
Spaeth, the one who caught the pass. Timeout.
Defense, great pass rush. And they set a record with 45 sacks on this season.
It is caught, and then it pops loose. Did the ground cause it?
It did, Charlie. It certainly did.
Yes.
The minute he hits the ground with anything but his hand or his feet.
And he came right down on his head. Yeah.
Talking to Beebe just before this game, I asked him about this turf. He said, this is like the turf I played on at Chadron State. He's glad that's not artificial turf,
right,
because he comes right down on top of his head. Ooh, that is a frightening shot.
Yes.
Frightening shot.
And he is being worked on immediately.
After him. I mean, the cadences have changed since I played, and we have had great defenses. But, I mean, teams go into a game with 4, 5, 6 different cadences.
Well, we didn't have that. That's one for Joyner where you wonder why. There was no doubt about it that Bridgewater was going to slide, and Mike Zimmer is hot, and you can't blame him. He is really hot. And you know what? You can't blame him. This is a dirty play.
20, 15 yards from the end of the run, automatic first down.
You see him starting his slide. You don't see Joyner totally pulling off. It's almost like at the end, he's trying to turn at the end, but it's too late. He's already launched. And when you see a quarterback going into the slide, everyone knows that's the universal pull off, and LaMarcus Joyner did not.
Look at this. You're going to see Gathers, Eddie Kennison right there. Right here, there's blocking him into the area, and Gathers comes in and hits Trent Green as he's giving himself it. There is now, and the problem with a concussion of this force, or a force like this, is concussion. You see the head slap back on the turf like that. That's ugly. Doesn't do it justice.
1-10 now. Big play for the Patriots. Bledsoe gonna run it. Needs 10 yards. Oh, does he hit?
Oh my! And the ball, they're going to actually. It looks like they're going to rule that a fumble. And oh, look at Drew.
Yeah, this is more critical than the first down to the Patriots' hopes. Sean Ellis, 92, was carrying his 294 pounds along with Mo Lewis right into the path of Bledsoe.
And Drew Bledsoe intentionally started to slow down, but didn't go out of bounds. Let's watch and listen to this at regular speed. If you're going to slow down, you got to get out of bounds.
Massaquoi in motion. Straight drop from McCoy and flushed out of the pocket. And now he throws at the last second and completed it as he got planted. And I mean planted. And he's down, and there's flags down as well.
It's at the very end of this play.
First down.
As he lets go of the football, here comes Harrison. Look at the head snap back, helmet to helmet. No question there, Brad.
I'm more worried about the emotional state of this team right now and where they go forward in terms of what they've done in the past.
Well, let's see if he was over and had possession. No, incomplete. Kerry Rhodes breaks it up, and Bolden shaken up on the play. That's not good.
Boy, you don't want to see this late. You don't ever see this, but late in the game, in this circumstances, this is a coach's worst nightmare right now.
And Anquan told us yesterday that Kirk's so good about throwing the ball where he doesn't take these kind of shots, but this is hard to avoid here. Ooh, that's helmet to helmet by Eric Smith. That should have been flagged right there.
Yeah, that's going to bring about a fine, but which obviously is secondary here because he paid a price. And that's exactly why the head-to-head, not only for the receiver, but why the rules are in place. That you got to have your chin up, you don't put your head down. Helmet to helmet. This is exactly why those rules are in place by the National Football League.
Both teams walking off. There's such respect for Anquan Bolden, the way that he plays the game. You know, just the toughness to stay there and to, you know, allow that hit to be happen right there. Both teams emptying the bench here, almost like this game should just end right now.
Oh, what a hit! Ball's out. Recovered by Timmons. Ryan Clark is still down. So too is Willis McGahee, and they say fumble recovery, Pittsburgh. That's a frightening hit.
Yeah, it was. It's full speed by both players coming right at each other. And Clark goes in, turns his body, uses his shoulder first. Oh, but there is. They collide helmet to helmet, too. Yeah, that's absolutely a pass reception and a fumble.
I'll tell you, almost, I would say, half the Pittsburgh team is on the field, and the Ravens are now all starting to gather too. 3 weeks ago, Ben Roethlisberger in the season finale against Cleveland was carted off the field and gave the crowd a thumbs up. It was a concussion for Ben, left him in limbo, and questions arising for a good couple of weeks before their playoff game against San Diego, what kind of shape he would be in. But now it's Willis McGahee. Pittsburgh offense now about to snap it at the 38.